You want to know what a provider killer is? Comparison. Scrolling through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through Instagram, seeing all the glossy photos and people out doing all these really cool things, and looking at your business and going, why can't mine be like that? And you end up in this cycle of just going, I don't think I'm good enough. Why am I even doing this? So many providers have stepped away before their time because they've fallen trapped to the comparison monster. And to be honest, it comes out of breeding isolation. Isolation is an absolute killer because it makes you compare yourself to others rather than collaborate. Now, I know you say, yeah, Paul, you talk about collaboration all the time, right? I've collaborated, I've been to networking meetings, but there's so many bad providers out there, it's too unsafe. What if they steal my clients? What if all these horrible things happen? Well, yeah, absolutely. You know what? Getting into a relationship is risky. Betting in the stock market is risky. Opening a business is risky, and collaboration is risky. But if you don't mitigate those risks, you're going to find yourself in a pool of your own wallow and just finding yourself stuck in that position for a very long time. Collaboration is key. And collaboration at its core really removes competition. Now, healthy competition's a good thing, right? And actually having the impetus to move forward and be better, that's what improves markets. And when there's zero competition, you get actually not good support. So we want to be competitive in the sense of always pushing ourselves forward to see what other people are doing and improved. But if we're not collaborating, then we really are playing with one hand tied behind our back. When we talk about collaboration, I'm talking about actually sitting down with other providers and other businesses and even people outside of the NDIS space. Yes, you can collaborate with people outside of the NDIS and actually building out a partnership where you guys work on a project or a program which is going to get results for your clients and your businesses combined. We see these types of things happen all the time, but we probably don't notice them turning out. For instance, you might see food trucks all working together to put on an event where they'll all be at the same event. They all pay the fee to be there, they hire the venue, and they pay for the promotions together so that they can all be there and actually do business together. That's actually collaboration. We see this in businesses that are operating outside. For instance, Visa and Virgin work together to create the Velocity Points program. This is collaboration. And even in provider settings, where maybe two providers collaborate on a SIL home where they only have a couple of clients each, and they work together to fill that roster, and they work together to get the outcomes for the clients. Or maybe a SIL provider and a community access provider who work together, not just to be both operating with the same client, that's not collaborating, but actually work on outcomes. Or maybe even someone like a psychologist and an OT working with the providers who are providing those regular supports and bringing in better solutions so that the support workers are reinforcing what's been worked on. There are so many options when it comes to collaboration. It may be in an event. It may be an event that pulls several people together that actually helps you put on something that's going to be beneficial to the market, which gets you all visible and seen. Maybe you've been thinking about things just like this, but found yourself just too worried that you're going to have too many problems, it's going to be too much work. Well, I can tell you right now, the leading businesses in the NDIS are doing exactly this. They are stepping out, they are being the people that people want to collaborate with. They're being open about what they do. You know, with all the recent changes, this has become more and more critical. We look at things like actually collaborating on administrative tasks. You might be employing someone a couple of days a week to run your rostering and some compliance, and somebody else is doing the same, or they don't have someone and they're drowning. Well, what if between the two of you, you could employ that person full time and actually do those things together? It would save in staff churn, it would mean better outcomes, and it would mean that both of you are actually operating more efficiently, saving money and improving your profit margin without having to spend any extra money at all. I want you to think about your business right now. Let's look at the few different areas where collaboration might happen. It might happen right at the front, right at the marketing stage, where you would be getting in front of people in the community, being available in the community, having open days at Sill Homes, maybe doing events in the parks, maybe putting on group programs with other providers. Maybe it's in your operations. Maybe you're one business collaborating with other businesses who share participants and actually making sure that you're all working together in harmony towards the same outcomes. Wouldn't that be a novel idea? Maybe it's in your internal operations, your administration, where you look at the idea of, well, I've got a few administration staff who I can't really put on full time, but it'd be great to have them more committed because they're doing 3 other jobs. But maybe you and a couple of other providers could actually come in together and share an administrative load, which would in turn improve your profit margin altogether. Or maybe you just need to connect with other like-minded businesses. You need to learn from them. You need to share resources that you have in order to create a generosity matrix of your business where people are attracted to you and you become the hub. In Profitable Provider, we've built out exactly this. In fact, it is absolutely at the core of Profitable Provider that everybody I work with is a generous business owner. We share materials and resources, we work together on solutions, and we solve problems fast so that you're not continuously stuck in this loop in your business, which just keeps you getting back to the same point. We need that accountability, we need movement, and we need results. Otherwise, your business is stagnating, and that's just not fun. You know, if your business isn't a movement, you've got a job, and that sucks. So let's get you collaborating in a way that is going to improve your business, other businesses, improve your market, and get better outcomes for your clients. This is one way that you can help more people and improve your own business and maybe even improve your own lifestyle where you're not stressing so much about the operational process of your business. If this is something you need a hand with, then please reach out, hit the button below or above, and we can actually have a quick chat, 15 minutes in fact, on a few of these key things. I'll show you exactly how we solve them, and I'll get you some quick tools to get that working for your unique situation in your business. Thanks so much for your time. My name is Paul from Profitable Provider, and I'll speak to you soon.